What happens when a waiter humiliates a quiet diner, thinking he doesn't belong? But here's the twist. This man isn't just another guest. He owns the restaurant. Stay with us as we unravel this jaw-dropping moment that left everyone speechless and turned into a lesson no one will ever forget.
Welcome to Tales of Triumph *, where we bring you stories of resilience, inspiration, and powerful life lessons that make a lasting impact. If you enjoy hearing about unexpected twists and moments of humility that inspire change, you're in the right place. Before we jump into this incredible story about how a waiter insulted Keanu Reeves without realizing he owned the restaurant, make sure to hit that like button to show your support. Subscribe to Tales of Triumph and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an inspiring story. Waiter insults Keanu Reeves in a luxury restaurant, not knowing he owns the place. Introduction. Keanu Reeves, known for his humility, kindness, and iconic roles in Hollywood, has always maintained a low-key lifestyle despite his fame. However, even the most unassuming celebrities sometimes find themselves in unexpected situations. This story begins in an upscale restaurant in Beverly Hills, where a new waiter, unaware of the actor's identity and influence, made a mistake he would soon regret. What unfolded next became a lesson in humility, kindness, and the importance of not judging someone based on appearances. The restaurant in question. The restaurant, La Cite Gourmet, was an exclusive dining spot frequented by celebrities, business moguls, and those willing to spend lavishly on fine dining. Keanu had discreetly purchased the establishment a year earlier, though he rarely made a fuss about his ownership. To the staff, he was just Mr. Reeves, a reserved guest who occasionally dined there. For Keanu, owning La Cite Gourmet was less about prestige and more about creating a haven for meaningful experiences over excellent food. His visits were infrequent, often occurring when he craved solitude or needed to host friends in a quiet, controlled environment. The waiter's first day. It was the first day on the job for Jake, a young waiter eager to prove himself. Jake was a promising talent in the hospitality industry, but had a tendency to overestimate his importance. His sharp tongue and dismissive attitude often got him into trouble, though he usually managed to smooth things over with charm. On this particular evening, the restaurant was bustling. Jake, feeling the pressure of working in such a high-profile environment, was keen on impressing his superiors. His main goal was to provide excellent service to the wealthy clientele, but he believed that meant prioritizing certain guests over others. Keanu's entrance. Keanu entered La Cite Gourmet wearing his signature casual attire, a simple black blazer, a plain t-shirt, and worn-out boots. He had no entourage, no flashy jewelry, nothing that screamed celebrity. To Jake, he looked like an unimportant diner who didn't belong in such an exclusive setting. As Keanu quietly approached his reserved table, Jake intercepted him, blocking his path. "Excuse me, sir," Jake said, his tone laced with condescension. "This isn't the kind of place where you can just walk in without a reservation. Our dress code is formal." Keanu raised an eyebrow, momentarily taken aback. "I have a reservation. It's under the name Reeves." Jake snorted. "Reeves, huh? Sure, let me check that for you." He didn't bother to hide his skepticism. The insult. Jake walked over to the reservation book and scanned it, his annoyance growing when he found Keanu's name listed for one of the best tables. Instead of admitting his mistake, he returned with a sarcastic smile. "Well, it looks like you do have a reservation," Jake said, emphasizing each word as if addressing a child. "But next time, you might want to dress appropriately. This is a luxury restaurant, not a fast food joint." The surrounding diners fell silent, sensing the tension in the air. Keanu, ever the calm and composed individual, simply nodded and took his seat. The other staff react. Several of the senior staff members witnessed the exchange and froze. They recognized Keanu immediately and were horrified by Jake's behavior. One of the managers, Sarah, rushed over to apologize, but Keanu waved her off. "Let him be," Keanu said quietly. "Everyone has off days." Sarah hesitated but respected his wishes, though she made a mental note to address the incident with Jake later. Keanu observes Jake. Throughout the evening, Keanu observed Jake from a distance. The young waiter was courteous to the other diners, especially those who appeared wealthy or influential. Jake's demeanor was entirely different when he interacted with people he deemed important. When Jake returned to Keanu's table to take his order, he maintained his dismissive attitude. Ready to order? Jake asked, barely making eye contact. Keanu smiled politely. I'll have the chef's special, please. Jake rolled his eyes. Of course. One chef's special, he muttered, scribbling on his notepad and walking away without another word. The turning point. As the evening progressed, Keanu quietly enjoyed his meal, exchanging kind words with other staff members who approached him discreetly. Meanwhile, Jake continued to act oblivious, unaware that his behavior was being noticed by his co-workers and the restaurant owner himself. Toward the end of the night, Keanu requested to speak with the chef. This was not an unusual request. Many guests like to compliment the food directly. Jake sighed audibly when delivering the message to the kitchen. The guy at table 7 wants to see you, Jake told the chef. Not sure why he's making such a big deal out of this. The chef, a longtime collaborator with Keanu, knew exactly who was waiting. With a knowing smile, he headed to the dining room. Revealing the truth. The chef greeted Keanu warmly, shaking his hand and thanking him for stopping by. Jake stood nearby, stunned. The friendly interaction between the two men seemed too familiar. Thanks for another amazing meal, Keanu said, his tone filled with genuine appreciation. You've outdone yourself again. The chef laughed. Always a pleasure, Mr. Reeves. It's your vision, after all. Jake's face turned pale as the realization hit him. This wasn't just another diner. This was the owner. Keanu glanced at Jake, his expression still kind but tinged with a subtle gravity. Jake, right? He asked. Jake stammered. Why yes, sir. You're new here, so I'll give you some advice, Keanu said. Treat everyone with respect, no matter how they look or what you think they might be. You never know their story, or who they might be. A lesson learned. Jake apologized profusely, his arrogance replaced by genuine remorse. Keanu, ever gracious, accepted the apology but left him with a parting thought. Humility goes a long way, Keanu said. Not just in this job, but in life. The next day, Jake approached Sarah, the manager, and asked for guidance on how to improve. He also made an effort to treat every guest with the same level of respect, regardless of their appearance. Keanu's quiet departure ****. Keanu left the restaurant that night as quietly as he had arrived, leaving a generous tip for the staff and a lasting impression on everyone who witnessed the incident. Word of the story spread among the employees, serving as a reminder of why Keanu Reeves was not just a great actor, but a remarkable human being. Conclusion. The encounter at La Cite Gourmet became a defining moment for Jake, who learned the importance of humility and respect. For the rest of the staff, it was another example of why they admired their unassuming boss. As for Keanu, he continued to live by his values, teaching through actions rather than words. In the end, it was a simple yet powerful lesson. Kindness and respect cost nothing but can mean everything. And so, this unforgettable evening at La Cite Gourmet became more than just another night in the restaurant business. It became a story of humility, respect, and a reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Keanu Reeves, with his characteristic grace, turned an awkward encounter into a teaching moment, leaving everyone inspired by his quiet wisdom. If you enjoyed this story and want more inspiring tales of kindness, humility, and life lessons, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Tech and Wisdom for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.